So I was painting in oils the other day, and it's been a long time since I do that because, yeah, it's been years. And, and the result, I cannot say it was my best painting, but the feeling is what I have to share, basically, what gave me the idea to start to talk about this today because it just made me feel so happy and so fulfilled and so blessed and grateful to be able to be doing that in that moment. So, yeah, I just realized that uh, enjoying myself, doing what I love to do, being happy and grateful for that is what I should follow because basically all these years, my entire life, my entire career, have been trying to find the happiness elsewhere in another country, changing jobs, and first of all, trying to find success in the work that I was doing. So, let me introduce myself very quickly. My name is Sarah, and I'm not an artist right now. I have worked as an art director for my entire life, basically, and lately, these years, as a designer in the brand and design industry. Yeah, I've been like jumping from a lot of creative fields, but not art. Why? Because, well, like most of us, I've always dreamed to be an artist since I was a little girl, and my parents, they thought that maybe design was a more serious career that would give me more independence and freedom, etc. So I thought, okay, why not? That's like a close thing to art, right? So I started graphic design, and i I've been working since I was 19 years old. So I was very young when I started working as an art director in the biggest agencies, not just in my country, but also abroad. Yeah, I said that with a little bit of proud because I know that in that world, that's like a huge thing. And a little bit, I mean, that's what they make you feel. They make you think as well because they make you feel like special because you're working in this super big agency and that you are doing some creative award projects. And I go those awards too, like Cannes, Clio, Effie, etc. So that's like a huge thing in the advertising and creative industry, and that's something that uh, yeah, you're sort of rated on how successful you are regarding the awards that you have. And yeah, it was like a time that I was like, yay, I am getting this award, so I am like super cool. But I was not happy doing this at the end of the day. I was not that happy of working until super late and giving my life away to agency world. So I just thought that I didn't wanted that for my life. Also, I don't know, it's like a love hate relationship. I don't know, like if you guys know, you know that most of people that work in the advertising agencies, I'm not saying that they're bad. I mean, I had also a very nice experience, a lot of years of experience, and I learned a lot. So you get to do like a lot of amazing things, but also not that nice things. So we as creatives, we want to be doing always like things that excite us. So there was once you get like this down part, you start to get bored. So I just thought on maybe change air. And yeah, so I decided to take a year abroad, and I moved to Spain, to Barcelona, to make a master in fashion design. And because in that time I was also very interested in fashion, but more as an artist expression, because for me, everything that I like is I try to link it somehow with the artistic way because yeah, in the time I was doing some fashion illustration, and I was even starting to get recognized in that field. I think that I was like starting to get like more few commissions, stuff like that. But once I moved there, and I did the course, I realized that I was not that happy in the world of fashion. Like I liked fashion as an artistic expression, but I didn't like the world itself. Like look at me. I mean, I'm a bit like not the fashionist girl, but more an artistic girl. But yeah, so I just thought that I was not a good fit in there. So I went back to the agency world because that's what I know. That's what I've known all my life. Like I realized that some all this time that I've trying to find like my way, my healing, my happiness or whatever. And I was always going back to agencies because that's what I know my entire life. That's what I know where I can get jobs and money and survive. So I moved to a big agency in Berlin, and my husband in the time boyfriend he was living there. So I really I got lucky because I was not an European citizen and they sponsor my visa. So like all this, those are blessings that are not, those are things that doesn't happen every day. I don't know if it's different today. I'm speaking like more than 10 years ago. So yeah. And and the pattern repeated itself. Like you start, you're happy, and then you start getting like, this is not what I want, this is not what I like, and you start to feel empty again. And I started freelancing, and in that time I try giving lessons, teaching, and I really like that. That was like a very nice experience. I feel like I spent 2 years teaching in a design school in Berlin. So I was teaching graphic design and illustration, and those two things. I mean, that made me realize that would probably be something that I would do later on my life, because I really like that. Like, I was not just showing them the program, how does it works, my method that I just invented in the time, and it was to make them projects, uh, and trying to take the creativity from them, and also to see where they were good at. And that for me was like a very nice feeling, because if I saw that I'm saying girls because most of my students were girls, some of the girls were like good at drawing, or some of the girls were good at, I don't know, color or typography or something like that. So I was like guiding them in the direction that I saw that they were like better. And most of them are working as designers or creatives today because they came from different fields, and that for me was like a huge thing. It was like very nice, like to see yourself like helping others. And but then I moved to Malta, another adventure and change of air. And that's the time when COVID happened. As soon as we moved to Malta, and then 2 or 3 months after, like the COVID thing started. So everyone were like, I saw people that were like painting in their houses and stuff like that. And in Malta, we had like a normal life, sort of, because it was an island, so they shut everything, and we were able to go to a beach and go to a restaurant and work basically normally. Like, yeah, it didn't last that much, the lockdown, if you can call it like that. And I was also not that happy in the place and in the job that I was doing as well. So as soon as, well, my husband got a opportunity in Barcelona, so we moved back to Barcelona. So we stayed only like 6 months or so in Malta. But it was also like another, like yes, another experience abroad, like moving from here, them to here. Now I moved to Barcelona again. I went again to agencies before I just decided to start working as a freelancer. I I went to my last agency as a senior art director, and the pattern repeated itself. So I just thought, okay, I'm just going to work remotely. And I did that I still doing that. It's been like, yeah, 6 years approximately working remotely and working with branding and stuff like that. And most of those projects are not something that I'm like super proud that I can share. And the ones that I am proud that I would like to share have NDAs. So at the end of the day, I found myself that I didn't have work to show. Like, I found myself that, okay, so now you have work from agencies that they are like quite old now, because when you have a work in your portfolio, it shouldn't be like older than 5 years, otherwise it starts, you stay to be irrelevant. So I had like very old work, more than 10 years old work, or 7 years. Well, the thing is that uh, I had also these NDA projects that I cannot show. So I found myself in a position that I didn't have a portfolio, I didn't have anything. So I had to start over. And in that time, I got pregnant. So I had my baby in 2024. She's 2 years old now. And I've I also thought that I want to be able to be present with my baby, because if I was going back to an agency, mm, I wouldn't be able to be with her, and I didn't want that. And so I'm staying in this remote working for now. But I am also like thinking, if I want to build my portfolio, it should be now, because now is an opportunity uh, to build it from scratch in something that I like. So I thought, okay, so maybe I can give a try to art. I thought first on illustration. So I started doing some illustration commercial projects that you can also see in other videos that I was posting. And I really like to paint portraits, uh, but I took like a course, on online course of illustration that is more editorial and stuff, and I really like that. But I realized that I am not the best for doing those conceptual work in an illustration. I mean, they are amazing, but it was not my thing. My thing are more portraits and the mystic style, uh, because I am very interested in esoteric and mysticism, folklore, and stuff like that. So after all this time, I just realized that I will just follow what make me happy. Why? Because I was thinking of my baby, and I thought that I don't want her to see her mother doing something that she doesn't like. I want her to see me doing something that I love, so she can also get inspired and do whatever she wants with her life. So that's basically gave me this inspiration, and to just go for it. And I mean, I'm still keeping this job for now, but I am going to start also showing up, because I am very shy person. And it's like it's the first time that I'm speaking in public, in a video, in a very long video. And well, in a video. It's the first time that I'm speaking in public, and I am quite shy about it. But I understand that that's a way that you connect with others. Like, that's a way that maybe other person are having the same situation like me. That um yes, and that I think that would be like a nice thing also, to have a community of like-minded people. And if you found this helpful, I know that is the conclusion is quite easy, but it took me a long time to realize that happiness is something that you don't find elsewhere. It's something that you find inside you. And probably this been like, we all have a different journeys. And for me, it's been like all these years to try to learn something. And I'm still learning. And I'm a bit afraid, because I am in my first baby steps of doing this. And yeah, I'm gonna be showing also my process and the things that went well and went bad, like the painting that I was doing, for example. And yeah, but I am also discovering where I am better. Like in my case, I am really good in watercolor and pencil, so I might probably do more of those. So okay, enough, enough for speaking nonstop today. And thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked this. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.